Adeyinka. The World Trade Organization Chief Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, was this Friday reappointed a second term in the shadow of the return of Mr. Donald Trump and his disdain for international trade rules. Mrs. Okonjo, the first woman and first African to head the WTO, was the only candidate in the race and had been all but assured a second term. The WTO, in a statement fed the organization's 166 members, agreed to give incumbent Okonjo-Iweala second term as Director General. The 70-year-old Nigeria's appointment was approved by consensus during a special meeting of the organization's General Council, but held behind closed doors. The last might not have been heard about the Port Harcourt refinery as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited denies claims by an Alisa community leader in Rivers State that it is not yet producing fuel. Mr. Timothy Ngbere, who bared his mind on a television program on Thursday, accused the NNPCL of lying to Nigerians that the refinery is already processing crude oil. Clearing the dust on his submission, the NNPCL, in a statement by his spokesperson, Mr. Olufemi Shemeye, this Friday, accused Mr. Mbere of ignorance of how refineries run, saying the company would not have dignified him with a response if not for a need to set the record straight. As he said, the old and new Port Harcourt refineries have since been integrated into one single terminal for product loadout. He added that they share common utilities like power and storage, which belongs to the new Port Harcourt refinery and can also receive products from the old Port Harcourt refinery. The Commissioner, Planning Research and Strategy of the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, Malam Yusuf Ali, has said the nation's metering gap stands at a staggering 50%. This is coming when the monthly revenue of the distribution companies discos increased to 100 billion naira as of July. Speaking at the annual Power and Utilities Roundtable in Abuja this Friday, Malam Ali explained that the metering gap inherited at privatization persists, even though no less than 3.03 million meters have been installed since 2013 under the various frameworks and interventions. The governor of Borno State, Malam Babangida Zulum, is telling those who care to listen that the new tax bill before the National Assembly will not be in the best interest of the North. He has therefore warned that the bill, when passed, would have devastating consequences for the northern region and some other parts of the country. In an interview this Friday, Governor Zulum criticized the speed with which the bill is progressing through the legislative process, drawing comparison to the petroleum industry bill, which took nearly 2 decades to pass. The governor alleged that the bill is structured to put certain regions of the country at a disadvantage. A federal high court in Abuja this Friday turned down the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's application to arraign ex-governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Jahaya Bello, in the absence of his lawyers, Justice Emeka Nwite, while delivering a ruling on the oral application by the EFCC's counsel, Mr. Femi Pinero, held that such request could not be granted in the interest of fair hearing. Justice Nwite agreed with Mr. Pinero that though a bench warrant was issued against the governor, fair hearing cannot be sacrificed on the altar of bench warrants. The judge held that it was not in doubt that the matter was originally adjourned until the 21st of January 2025 before the anti-graft agency brought a motion for the abridgment of time to arraign the ex-governor. The medical director of Optimal Cancer Care Foundation, Dr. Olufemi Olale, can now heave a sigh of relief as he has been discharged and acquitted of defilement of a minor. In a ruling this Friday, the Court of Appeal, sitting in Lagos, upturned the decision of the Lagos State Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court, which had sentenced Dr. Olale to life imprisonment for defiling his wife's 16-year-old niece. Justice Olukayode Bada read the lead judgment, which was adopted by the two other justices of the panel, held that the trial court erred in convicting him based on and unreliable evidences of his estranged wife. The appellate court added that there were in the evidences gathered by the prosecutor which should not have been relied upon by the lower court. The government of the state of Edo has taken a bold step in strengthening the security says as the man that caused the shot in the state senator Monday October this Friday lifted the suspension imposed on the state security outfit and renamed it Edo State Security Corps. A statement by the chief press secretary to the governor, Mr. Fred Utira, has said that the decision to lift the suspension marked a comprehensive shift in the state's quest for enhanced safety and security. The state adds that all returning officers are required to report to the office of the state commander of their respective zonal offices. Since the declaration of emergency in the education sector in 2019, the current administration in Ogun State has invested in education infrastructure, curriculum development, and teachers' training, which are yielding positive results. The governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, led this out at the 16th convocation of Tai Sholani University of Education, Ijebu-Ode. According to him, the groundbreaking digital platform for education revitalization has revolutionized school administration, represented by his deputy, Engineer Noimo Salako Oyedele. The governor informed that the demand for educators and extension officers to support education initiatives is on the increase, adding that Tasured is well positioned to meet such needs. According to Mr. Governor, the education being provided at Tasured must not only produce graduates with certificates, but nurture thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers who can navigate the complexity of the modern world. A cleric has called on people to get saved by accepting Jesus Christ as their Savior, as those who do not will not make heaven. The vicar, Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Bagura, Reverend Peter Ayuade, made the call at the funeral of Mrs. Adeyinka Didiro, May Avolano. Reverend Ayuade charged Christians to de-emphasize the accumulation of material wealth and earthly belongings, as none can be taken to heaven after their departure from earth. The cleric added that such material wealth cannot earn them salvation, or can their high positions and laurels take them to heaven. Reverend Ayuade admonished Christians to seek salvation from Christ, as Zacchaeus did in the Bible. Mrs. Adeyinka Adediro, who died on Monday at the age of 50, is survived by husband and children. A 5-day open-air crusade organized by Christ Apostolic Church, Okeanu, Lafenwa, Imeko District Headquarters, will hold between 2nd and 6th of December 2024. According to a statement by the host, Imeko District Superintendent Pastor S.I. Olapise, the crusade will take place at the church premises from 5 p.m. daily. According to the statement, the theme of the program is Mercy from Above, with Prophet Opeoluwa David as the revivalist. The statement adds that gospel artists, including Igbala Ofe, drama ministry, and lady evangelist Kekelo Motawu, are expected at the crusade. On sport, Nigeria's men's cricket team emerged victorious at the ICC Men's Under-20 World Cup Sub-Regional Africa qualifier after defeating Botswana in a top-of-the-table clash in Abuja. Nigeria dominated the tournament with an unbeaten record, securing 5 wins in 5 games. Meanwhile, the Director General of the National Sports Commission, Honorable Bukola Olopade, who was at the the Nigerian cricket family, he highlighted the rapid progress and success of the Nigeria Under-19 women's cricket team, which secured Africa's sole ticket to the ICC Under-19 Women's World Cup third to be held in Malaysia in 2025. That was the news across Nigeria on OGBC, packaged by Wahid Ogunjobi. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, please visit our website at ogunradio.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Ogun Radio Abeokuta and on X at OGBC 905 FM. You can also listen to OGBC on the Radio Garden.